Personal growth is not a destination. It's a journey that requires constant self-awareness, commitment, and introspection. One of the most important habits that can propel you on this journey is daily self-reflection. It's easy to get caught up in the fast-paced nature of life, constantly moving from one task to the next without taking the time to stop and assess where you are, where you've been, and where you're going. But self-reflection gives you the clarity you need to grow. When you make self-reflection a habit, you allow yourself to step back and look at your life from a different perspective. Each day presents new challenges, opportunities, and emotions, and if you don't take a moment to reflect, it's easy to let those experiences pass without fully understanding them. Self-reflection doesn't require hours of meditation or intense contemplation. It can be as simple as taking 5 minutes at the end of your day to think about what went well, what didn't, and why. For example, imagine you've had a challenging interaction with a colleague. Instead of brushing it off or letting it linger as an unresolved emotion, you can take a few moments to reflect on what happened. What triggered your reaction? How could you have handled the situation differently? What can you learn from it to improve future interactions? By reflecting on moments like this, you open the door to personal growth. You become more attuned to your patterns, your triggers, and your areas of improvement. Over time, this kind of reflection becomes second nature and allows you to make more conscious choices, ultimately increasing your confidence in your ability to handle difficult situations. Self-reflection also helps you track your progress. Sometimes, we get so caught up in striving for more that we forget how far we've come. It's easy to think you haven't achieved much when you're constantly focused on the next thing. But when you regularly reflect on your progress, you realize just how much you've learned and accomplished. This boosts your confidence and reminds you that growth doesn't always happen in big, dramatic leaps. It happens in small, incremental steps. And as you acknowledge these small wins, your belief in yourself strengthens, making it easier to take on new challenges with a positive mindset. However, it's important to approach self-reflection with honesty and compassion. It's easy to beat yourself up over mistakes, but self-reflection isn't about criticizing yourself. It's about being kind enough to acknowledge areas of improvement without judgment. You're learning from your experiences, not punishing yourself for them. When you make this habit a part of your daily routine, you start seeing yourself not as a product of your failures, but as someone who is actively learning and evolving. That's what true personal growth is about. Acknowledging both your strengths and weaknesses without being too harsh on yourself. Another crucial habit for personal growth is consistency. Consistency is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. A lot of us have a tendency to want quick results. We want to change our lives overnight, and when that doesn't happen, we get discouraged and give up. But personal growth is a slow, steady process. It's about doing the right things consistently, even when the results aren't immediately visible. If you want to build personal growth and confidence, it's essential to cultivate habits that you can stick to. It doesn't matter how small the task is. The key is that you show up for it every day. Whether it's spending 10 minutes in the morning, reading something that inspires you, journaling your thoughts, meditating, or exercising, doing these things consistently will compound over time. The small daily habits are what create real, lasting change. Think about it. One small change every day is a lot of change over the course of a month, a year, or a lifetime. And here's the thing about consistency. It's not about perfection. It's not about doing everything flawlessly or getting everything right the first time. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. Even when you're tired, stressed, or overwhelmed. Even when you can't see the immediate benefits. When you're consistent, you're building momentum, And momentum is a powerful force. It's what keeps you going when things get tough. A great example of this is building a fitness routine. At first, it's hard to get started. Your body feels stiff, your energy levels are low, and it might seem like progress is slow. But when you stay consistent, showing up each day, even if it's just for a short workout or a walk, you begin to see the benefits. Not only does your body become stronger, but your mindset shifts as well. You start to believe in yourself more because you've proven to yourself that you can stick with something, even when it's difficult. The confidence that comes from consistent action in one area of life spills over into other areas, making you feel more capable and empowered. Consistency also helps you build discipline, which is essential for personal growth. It's easy to get distracted by the next shiny thing, or to lose focus when you don't have a routine in place. But by committing to a set of habits and sticking to them, you develop the discipline to stay focused on your goals. This discipline doesn't just apply to one area of your life. It impacts everything you do. When you become disciplined in your actions, you create a sense of control and stability, which reinforces your confidence. So, how do you make consistency work for you? Start small. Choose 1 or 2 habits that you know are important for your growth and focus on them. It could be something simple, like drinking more water, setting aside time for reading, or getting enough sleep. Whatever it is, make it non-negotiable. Even if it's just for a few minutes a day, commit to it every single day. Once you've mastered one habit, you can add another, but always keep the focus on consistency rather than perfection. As you build consistency, you'll find that your confidence grows naturally. You'll begin to trust yourself more because you're following through on your commitments. You'll see that you are capable of creating positive change in your life. And that belief in your ability to stick to your goals will spill over into everything you do. The more consistent you are, the more you realize that you have the power to shape your future. It's all within your control. The habit of consistency doesn't just change your behavior, it changes how you see yourself and your potential. By combining daily self-reflection with consistency, you create a foundation for personal growth and confidence that will support you throughout your life. These habits are not just tools for getting through each day. They're transformative practices that will help you become the best version of yourself. And as you embrace them, you'll find that personal growth and confidence don't come from a single moment of success, but from the consistent, daily effort you put in to improve and evolve. That's the true power of these habits. And that's how you build a life you can be proud of. When it comes to personal growth and confidence, one of the most powerful tools at your disposal is the development of a positive mindset, and the best way to cultivate that mindset daily is through the practice of gratitude. You might wonder how something as simple as being thankful can make such a significant difference in your life. But gratitude has an almost magical effect on our perspective. It has the ability to shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right in your life. And by doing so, it elevates your mental and emotional state in ways that can transform your entire outlook on life. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you when something good happens. It's about cultivating a mindset that looks for the positive, even in the most challenging situations. Every day, we're faced with obstacles and stresses that can easily make us feel overwhelmed or defeated. But when we make the decision to practice gratitude, we choose to focus on the good things, no matter how small they may seem. This shift in focus doesn't ignore the difficulties we face, but it allows us to see them in a different light, giving us the strength and resilience to overcome them. For example, think about a difficult day at work or school. Perhaps you've had a tough conversation or faced a setback. Without gratitude, you might only focus on the frustration, disappointment, or failure that came with it. But by practicing gratitude, you can shift your focus to the things that went well. Maybe you learned something new, or handled the situation with more composure than you expected. Maybe you received support from a colleague or friend. These small wins, when acknowledged, can have a powerful effect on your overall mindset. Gratitude allows you to see that even on the hardest days, there are blessings to be thankful for. Incorporating gratitude into your daily routine can be as simple as starting each day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for. These don't have to be monumental events. Sometimes, the simplest things bring the most joy. A hot cup of coffee in the morning, the support of a loved one, the sunshine on a chilly day. These little moments can add up to a huge shift in how you feel. When you begin your day with this practice, it sets a positive tone that carries throughout the rest of your activities. You start seeing the world through a lens of appreciation rather than lack, and that changes everything about how you interact with others and handle challenges.